Have you ever been in a situation where someone's behavior was so out of line that for a split second, you weren't sure how you were going to respond? Because it's in those moments, it's not really about them. It's about which version of you is about to respond. You see, this happened to me at the airport in Belgrade, but truthfully, the signs of conflict were there long before we even got to Serbia. From the airport in France all the way through the plane ride, this young girl and her travel companion were a whirlwind of anxious, disruptive energy. They were cutting lines, being corrected by the airline staff, and even getting professionally checked by the flight attendants midair. At a minimum, she wasn't having a good day. At worst, this might just have been how she moved through life, with an identity on autopilot. Now fast forward to customs. We're standing in line and she's on her phone complaining loudly, completely unaware or unconcerned for that matter with everyone around her. It was as if she and her experience were the only thing that mattered in Belgrade. And here's the interesting part. I actually was unbothered. I wasn't in a rush or thrown off from travel. I was just simply ready to move through the process and enjoy the next leg of our trip. My husband, on the other hand, he was still perturbed from her behavior earlier. And everything she did from that point on just kept compounding, almost like he was waiting for some level of vindication from her, or at least from the moment. But that's a story for another day. You see, it's in moments like these, when we perceive people operating from identities tethered to, quite frankly, nonsense and foolishness, we always have a choice. We have a choice to be nettled or a choice to let the energy fall flat. A wise friend once told me, in moments of conflict, ask yourself, does something need to be said? Does it need to be said by me? Does it need to be said by me right now? Well, folks, I forgot that wisdom for a hot second. And I said something. I leaned in, gently tapped her on the shoulder, and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, the line has moved." Woo! And that sent her to the next level. Remember, she was already giving that cartoon Tasmanian devil energy. Immediately she snapped back saying I was being rude. Now, mind you, I'm thinking, ma'am, I said excuse me kindly, but clearly we were not operating from the same reality, nor the same identity code. Now, let me be honest. For a quick moment, I wanted to grab her by the hair and body slam her into a new level of international awareness. Because in my old identity, there was a very clear rule. You will not talk to me any old kind of way without consequences. But I caught myself. Because the last thing I needed was to become an international incident. Can you imagine? Dr. Pier Fitzgerald, expert in emotional intelligence, detained in Serbia for snatching somebody up at customs. Comedic irony for sure, but also tragic. So instead, I paused, I apologized, and remained calm, allowing her energy to fall flat. Because in that moment, this wasn't about her behavior. It was about which version of me, which identity code was I going to respond from. You see, the brain is always scanning for threat, and when it detects one, it quickly reaches for a familiar narrative. This is where the mental trap, confirmation bias, kicks in. It starts building a story. She's being disrespectful, she's out of line, and she needs to be corrected. And woo! If I had stayed in that old headspace, in that old identity, I would have defaulted to an old identity, one that believes respect must be enforced through reaction instead of expressed through an intentional response. But here's what I've learned. Identity is not just psychological. It's energetic. Identity is the pattern your life organizes around, and you cannot attract, hold, or sustain a reality that your identity is not calibrated for. Listen, people don't fall short because they can't change. They fall short because their identity can't sustain the change they're trying to create. In that moment, reacting the old way would have completely disrupted my desired reality, which was simply get through customs, enjoy my vacation, and protect my peace. That girl, she was just a moment in time, a blip, a little test to remind me that my identity responds from a position of power, not pride. Most people try to change their behavior, their habits, and their reactions. But behavior change, while a start, is just surface work because your habits are the behaviors of your identity, and your life will only expand to the level of who you are willing to be. Identity is a thermostat, and your life becomes the room temperature. So in that moment, I didn't choose to be cute and calm, or just cute and calm. I didn't just choose to be pretty and peaceful, because let's be honest, whooping somebody's ass in public is just not a good look on me. Instead, I chose to respond from the version of me, from the identity code that aligns with the life I'm creating. Because reacting to her was not in alignment with my desired reality, but responding with peace, enjoyment, and ease, that was what was aligned. So, are you picking up on what I'm putting down? Particularly when it comes to responding from an identity code that actually allows you to get what you want? If so, then ask yourself this. The next time something or someone triggers you, are you going to react from the version of you that feels familiar? Or are you going to respond from the version of you aligned with your desired reality that actually gets what you want? Because life doesn't change when circumstances change or when other people change. It changes when your identity code does.